They were the couple the world couldn't stop talking about, two stars brought together by fate, separated by silence, and bound by a truth hidden too long. Before we uncover the heartbreak that shadows Shen Yue's past, don't forget to subscribe for more stories that reveal what really lies behind the smiles of your favorite stars. It started innocently enough. A role, a set, a spark. Meteor Garden introduced Wang and Shen Yue to millions across Asia and beyond. The chemistry between them wasn't just acting. Every glance, every smile, every unspoken moment between their characters hinted at something real. Fans saw it. The press speculated. But neither of them said a word. For years, they played coy. Jokes in interviews. Nervous laughs on variety shows. One camera caught Dylan looking at Shen Yue like she was the only person in the room. She looked away, smiling. But beneath that smile, something darker lingered. Something unresolved. Dylan stayed quiet for a long time. He had to. Fame demanded it. Contracts demanded it. But sometimes, silence becomes unbearable. And one rainy evening, during an off-script Q and a live stream with fans, he finally broke. The truth he shared wasn't rehearsed. It wasn't filtered through management. It was raw, real, and heartbreaking. "She's stronger than you think," he began. His voice wasn't confident. It trembled, the way a voice does when it's holding back too much. People see her and think she's just cute, bubbly, innocent, but that's not all she is. The live stream paused for a second. The chat exploded, hearts and questions flooding the screen. But Dylan wasn't reading them. "She's been through hell," he said. "And she never talks about it. Not even to me. Not completely." He leaned forward, elbows on the table, and stared past the camera like he wasn't talking to an audience anymore, just remembering. "Back when we filmed Meteor Garden, she used to vanish between takes. Just disappear. I thought she needed space, so I didn't ask. But one day, I followed her. And I found her crying behind the trailer, curled up, shaking." That moment stuck with him. It never left. I asked her what was wrong. She smiled. Even then. Always smiling. And she said, "I'm just tired." But I knew it was more than that. The truth, as he revealed it, wasn't something Shen Yue ever confirmed publicly. But Dylan knew enough. And he had carried it for too long. "When she was young," he said, his voice barely above a whisper, "she lost someone." The room fell silent. Viewers on the live stream stopped typing. It was as if the whole world held its breath. Her older brother. He died in an accident when they were still kids. She never talks about him, never posted about him. But everything about her changed after that. Dylan looked down at his hands. "She told me once, only once, that she used to sing with him. Every night. That's why she can't listen to certain songs without crying." I played something on my phone one time, an old song, I didn't even know, and she broke down. Right there. In front of everyone. They thought she was just emotional. But I knew. The pain in Dylan's voice wasn't just sympathy. It was something deeper. Something shared. "I wanted to protect her," he said. "But how do you protect someone from a ghost?" He spoke about the long nights they spent talking, long after filming wrapped. About how she'd open up, just a little, and then pull back again, like a wave that never reaches shore. She was afraid of being too much, Dylan said. Too sad. Too complicated. She didn't want people to think she was broken. But the truth was, she was carrying so much. Dylan spoke of how, early in her career, Shen Yue was often misunderstood. Some producers called her too soft. Some directors said she lacked edge. But they didn't know she was acting through grief. That every smile she gave was earned through pain. There was one day, Dylan said, we were doing a fan meet in Beijing. Thousands of people. She was radiant on stage, laughing, taking selfies. But backstage, she couldn't stop shaking. He asked her what was wrong. She handed him her phone. It was a message. Her father had been hospitalized, heart complications. No one knew. Not the fans, not the team. She still went on stage. Still smiled. Still gave them all of her. She gives everything, Dylan said. Even when she has nothing left. The live stream ended abruptly that night, not from technical issues, but because Dylan's team pulled the plug. Too raw. Too risky. But the words were already out. The fans had heard. The moment was real. And nothing could undo it. What happened after that was quiet, almost eerily so. Neither Dylan nor Shen Yue commented on the clip. It went viral. Millions watched it. The media speculated. But Shen Yue remained silent. Until one post. A simple photo. Her and Dylan. No caption. No filter. Just them. Sitting on a bench, her head on his shoulder, his hand over hers. The fans read between the lines. They always do. In time, more stories emerged. Not all confirmed, but whispered through forums and fan pages. One crew member from an older drama claimed Shen Yue once paid for a struggling actor's mother's surgery, quietly, anonymously. He only found out because the hospital contacted him to confirm the transaction. Another fan reported seeing her sitting in the rain outside a temple in Hunan. Alone. She stayed there for hours, not speaking. When someone asked if she was okay, she just said, I'm remembering someone. And then there was the journal, an old notebook discovered by a former assistant, never meant to be shared. Pages filled with sketches, song lyrics, and letters written to Yaoji, her brother. A name never mentioned in interviews. A presence felt in every line. Why did you leave before I could say goodbye? Do you see me now? Would you have been proud of me today? The heartbreak wasn't loud. It was soft, lingering, woven into everything she did. Dylan never spoke about the live stream again. But those close to him noticed a change. He became quieter in interviews. More careful. More protective. During one press event, when a reporter asked if he and Shen Yue were still close, he simply said, some bonds don't need explaining. Others close to them, co-stars, stylists, even drivers, noticed how they gravitated toward each other. Not always romantically, but always intimately. Like two souls who recognize something familiar in one another.